Dirty Laundry, your home for true crime online. Like, share, subscribe. When your baby is missing, 8 minutes can seem like an eternity. Summer Moon Utah Wells has been gone for 8 months. Her mother reported her missing on June 15th of last year from the basement of their Rogersville, Tennessee home. No suspects have ever been publicly named or cleared by law enforcement. TBI claims an abduction or foul play is possible, but they also think she could have wandered off alone through an unsecured door. Summer just turned 6 years old a few weeks ago. When she disappeared, she was 3 feet tall and weighed 40 pounds. Her eyes are blue and her hair is blonde, but it could be any length, any color. She could also be wearing a mask or disguised as a little boy. Every passing moment is a chance to turn it all around. If you can help solve the mystery and bring Summer home, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND and do the right thing. Keep praying for Summer, and God bless you for your kind attention. Hey everyone, it's Melanie. Just a quick note. The buzzsaw sound you hear in the voiceovers is my laptop slowly dying. It's going to be a while before I can get another one, so I apologize. Thanks again. I appreciate your patience. And now, is it game over for Don and Candus? Now that Candus, and Benny Keys are reportedly revamping Castle Spacula to try to get the boys back, Don is stuck alone in timeout for at least 6 months with no sweet lovin' and no one to blame but himself. Before heading to parole-mandated rehab, Count Spacula has issued a statement for those of us who did not get ourselves thrown in jail for a parole violation, and a spoiler alert, it's YouTube's fault. Right. Lots to sort out. Pull up a chair and grab a 2-liter of dew. We're among friends. Who needs a mug? Candus, live and accepting donations, was on the BK channel Monday night. Everyone seems to be trying to help her get on her feet and improve herself, as well as her home. She says she's supposed to see her boys next month. She's reluctantly taking in-home classes to dry out. She says it's BS, but she's doing okay with it, and that she has to do it for the boys. She has no choice. That ought to give CPS some insight. Regarding a job, she says she might work at a friend's house. A public job would end up attracting protesters. They talk about her time as a carny, and she says it's a good job. You only have to worry about yourself. But she can't do that now. She has kids. Candus is lurking there in the background, and she pops in a few times just briefly to say thank you to those helping Candus. BK and Candus talk about things like everyone's favorite food and music. It was a long hour-and-a-half show, so I left a link below if you want to watch the whole thing, you freaks. At the end, Candus gets sad about Summer, so she leaves the stream. I feel like it's a good thing her mom is there with her through this. In other breaking news, once again, the Don Wells family channel has posted a statement, allegedly from Count Spacula himself. According to the channel's post, Don spent his last free month humbly lamenting his association with social media, drugs, and Satan. According to the statement, Don started the document back on January 15th and completed it February 6th, and it was shared on his channel Thursday the 17th. So, if between the dates of January 15th and February 6th, Don was having this epiphany, his actions would reflect the same humility as the statement, right? Yet only 4 days after he begins writing his little sermon, he takes a break from condemning us to manhandle Candus to the point where Candus had to call police. Is that the same beautiful wife that he was so content with? Or was that the Candus who was online in a New Year's Eve live telling us how she was ready to move away from Don and get a house by herself? I'm having a little trouble keeping up. The statement even starts off with a sarcastic thank you to YouTube creators. Actually, for your information, Don, most of us refer to ourselves as content creators, but since you're about to start slinging scripture, I guess you need to make YouTubers look as blasphemous as possible. Don Wells didn't turn to YouTube for help to find Summer. He went online to try and control the narrative. He was anticipating jail, so he and his PR team put together this post-sentence jab at anyone he could to gin up his supporters and try to gain sympathy from the general public while he was offline. If he hadn't gone to jail, this statement would probably be laying in the trash. Viewers who only listen to mainstream media aren't given the whole story. They don't see the online ranting and head games like fake arrests and Candus supposedly getting catfished by an internet boyfriend the first week in December. YouTubers get a bad rap, but we create videos to balance some reality against the whitewashed version of this story that mainstream media is not allowed to show you. Someone has to. Although independent channels online should always be vetted carefully, law enforcement could glean a lot from the ramblings of late-night YouTube guests who would never be so candid in a formal interview. It's a bridge between over-sanitized mainstream news and the truth. If people weren't tired of seeing missing children cases going cold while negligent parents are never held responsible, channels like this wouldn't exist. If mainstream media were the only news on this case, only Don and Candus' side of the story would be heard by the public. Sadly, it seems to me that discrediting the channels, showing the ugly side of Don and Candus, is more important than using this time alone to reflect on the reason he is really behind bars. It's the same old blame game that he used his whole life, to excuse his own behavior with everyone from his sisters to his own children. Don Wells got behind the wheel and risked lives because he wanted cigarettes and attention. Don Wells needed police intervention from both his confrontations with Jose in October 2020 and his altercation with Candus January 19th. Both Don and Candus have gone on live streams drunk and ranting voluntarily. Nobody forced them. It seems that the problem isn't YouTube, it's you truthers that won't repeat Don's narrative, cover for his histrionics, or let Summer's case grow cold. LE and TBI can snark at social media all day, but after 8 months, no answers, no arrests, and no Summer, at least social media is offering them an honest look at the people responsible for this tragedy. Don and Candus are quick to attribute pre-internet mistakes on Satan and drugs, the same Satan and drugs that tempts every single one of us. If we all used our burdens as an excuse to get wasted and lose our kids, the whole world would be just as miserable as the folks in Ratchetville. The moral of the story, Don, is to learn some humility and accountability. Blaming your immaturity and rotten parenting skills on everything from a poor education to a 5-year-old sister is a clear sign to everyone that you are exactly where you need to be right now. The pity party is over for both you and Candus. The victim here, in case you've forgotten, is Summer. 5-year-olds don't lose themselves so well that no one can find them. And no one just walked up in a yard full of dogs and 5 other people on June 15th. So get comfy, Don. Your get out of jail free card has been revoked. Candus is funding her community chest just in case you don't return, and life goes on. But that's another game, another day. Keep your babies close. Stay safe. Thank you for your visit. I apologize for the audio, and I bid you peace, love, and clean laundry.